Hey guys, we're here at Heydays 2024 with another episode of Sled Tech. And today's episode, we got something really cool. Our brand new 70th anniversary editions that we just launched here at Heydays. 3 brand new limited editions, all inspired by some of our favorite Polaris sleds from the 90s. Let's check them out. All right, so the first of our 3 limited editions, when we sat down and talked about these limited editions for the 70th anniversary, we had 70 years of snowmobiles to pick from. We talked about the original Snow Traveler that started it all, TXLs, RXLs, Mustangs and Colts and Centurions, and we got to the 90s pretty quickly, right? 90s sleds are old enough to be cool again, and they're just awesome. And when we looked at the Polaris stable, we had all kinds of stuff to pick from the 90s, and it was some tough choices, but we did narrow it down to 3 that you see here. And the first is one of the most legendary race sleds we've ever built at Polaris, the 1997 INDY XCR 440, also known as the Red Rocket. So this is our 70th anniversary limited edition 9R INDY XCR, inspired by the 1997 Red Rocket. So to start with this sled, it's a 9R INDY XCR 136, just like we launched this spring, 2025, and comes with all of the XCR stuff, all the parts used to. The big 2-inch Walker Evans Velocity shocks, the 7S display, Pro Taper handlebars, reinforced rear suspension, all the same goodies you're used to getting on an XCR. Now the limited edition inspired by the Red Rocket. So to build this look, we started with Indy Red. That we use that color all the time. That's what color that is, the Red Rocket is. And so we started with Indy Red here. This is a premium Indy Red Pearl, we call it. So it's got a red base to it and then a pearl finish. So when you get this thing out on the snow, it really shines. Obviously you see the graphics with the legendary checkered flag decal there on the bottom, really tying it all together in the heritage of that Red Rocket. And for all 3 of these, one of the coolest parts is the guy who originally did the artwork for these graphics. His name's Steve, and Steve worked at Polaris for a long time. So he worked in industrial design, and for the actual 97 and then the other 2 that we'll talk about, he drew the art that became the graphics. He still consults with us once in a while. He's somewhat retired but can't quite stay away. So he helped our new team, so Matt and AJ and some of our other guys on the team, to draw these. And so it was really cool for the whole group to have the guy who drew the original iconic graphics and kind of the style of these sleds help us put these together. So really special, and finished them off exactly right. This limited edition XCR also comes with a couple really cool accessories. First is these white LED handguards, so the white kind of tying in the rest of the white on the look, and then these LED accent lights that really give it a sweet finish. The Century front bumper and then the Century rear bumper as well. So red color matched bumpers, more stylish, a little bit more protection, tying that whole snowmobile together. So the second one is, of course, the XLT. We couldn't do any type of 90s throwback without one of the best-selling snowmobiles Polaris has ever built, the XLT. So the XLT, the extra light triple, famous series of engines, one of the best sounding engines we've ever built, hands down, especially when they had those triple pipes on them. And when we talked about the XLT, you could get the XLT in almost anything over time. You get them in trail sleds, with the SKS that you'll see here. You could get the XLT in a touring snowmobile, really anything you could imagine, you could almost get an XLT in. And they really did a lot of different things. So when we went to build our 70th anniversary edition out of the XLT, the Switchback Assault became the obvious choice. The Switchback Assault being our crossover snowmobile, that 146 track, versatility to go on trail and off, right? Everything Switchback Assault's all about. It fit perfectly with that XLT. So this is our XLT SKS here, and when we come over to the Switchback Assault Limited Edition, the colors and graphics are really inspired by the whole family of XLTs, because all of those XLTs all shared that iconic black base with the blue, purple, and pink graphics laid over them. So you'll see the blue, purple, and pink here in the decals, really tying it all the way through, bringing back some of that really iconic 90s typeface and some of the graphic behind that there as well. The base vehicle here, kind of like that XCR, is everything you know and love about a Switchback Assault. So a lot like that INDY XCR we just looked at, the Switchback Assault starts with the Patriot 9R engine as well. And then the rest of it's the Switchback Assault that you know and love. Walker Evans Velocity 2-inch shocks, 146 IGX rear suspension, 7S display, all the goodies that go along with the Switchback Assault here in the iconic XLT black with purple, pink, and blue colorway. To go with that Switchback Assault limited edition, there's a couple really cool accessories that come standard on this one. First is these white LED handguards. So the white kind of tying into the rest of the graphics package, and then these accent LEDs here up front, and then the Sentry front bumper. Cool looks, stronger, more protection, and ties in the whole sled. All right, and the last one of our three. We had to do something for RMK, guys. We couldn't leave you guys out of it. So when we looked at 90s RMKs, there's really only one choice, and that's the 1998 RMK 700. So this isn't the first RMK. We used the RMK name a little bit earlier on a couple different models, but to the Polaris engineering team and the team that's developing the current RMK, this really is the first real mountain sled we ever built. This is how we think about this 98. It set the new standard for mountain performance, 136 rear suspension with that bigger track, that 700 Liberty twin underneath the hood. In addition to all that performance, it also had a really cool look, right? The blue base, this really cool kind of fade graphic over the top, and gave us a lot to work with when it came time to design the 70th anniversary. All right, so our 2025 70th anniversary, starting with the 9R RMK Khaos 155, bringing back that really cool 700 RMK 98 look, Rocky Mountain King right there on the side. Now this color is actually a really cool story. So like we talked about, that INDY XCR is our Indy red. We use that color all the time. We have for a long time. And then obviously the Switchback Assault is our normal black. We haven't used this color since 1998 though. And so Nikki, who's our project leader for graphics at Polaris, she lives up in Roseau and works with our team. She dug through the filing cabinets and found the original paint chip from 1998 for this snowmobile. We took it down to our industrial design team, and they had it paint matched, and we had our paint supplier make a really, really cool match. So this color is really inspired and as close as we can get it to that 1998 RMK 700. Of course, finished with a really cool metal flake on top. So when it's out in the sun, it has that really awesome shine, just like the original 700. We look at the rest of the sled, it's our top of the line RMK Khaos 155. So Walker Evans high-low adjustable shocks, 7S display, the big 325 track out back, low handlebars, and then the rest of our 2025 updates for RMK, right? Lighter headlight, low seat, the new running boards, so that 7-pound lighter design, plus all the awesome that comes with this 70th anniversary limited edition. So then all three of our 70th anniversary limited editions come with this really cool badge right up here on the left side of the console, where a lot of our anniversary badges have been over the years. And that badge is purely exclusive to these sleds and marks that they are a true 70th anniversary edition from Polaris. So those are our three 70th anniversary limited editions launched right here this weekend at Heydays 2024. Now, these are limited. We're not going to build a bunch of these, so if you want one, you got to get your name on one. There are two ways to do that. First, you can just call your dealer and get your name on one of these three, or you can submit a request on our website, send that to your dealer or a dealer near you, and they'll get your name on one, give you a call, and see which one you want. We've already built some of these, and we're going to be building the rest of these here this fall. And so if you do order one of these, you're going to get it for the riding season. You can get it out on the snow, show all your buddies in the parking lot that you got one of the coolest 70th anniversary sleds around. So when you go into your dealer to check out these 70th anniversary sleds, and some of our dealers already have them on display, you can also stop in, get a free 70th anniversary hat from us to help us celebrate 70 years of innovation and you for riding with us. All right, that's all we got for today's episode of Sled Tech. Thanks for checking out these awesome 70th anniversary sleds here at the Polaris booth at Heydays. That's all we have for today. We'll see you next time.